Home in the valley, home in the city. Home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway. Home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season. Time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play big sides. Time ain't on my side, time will never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and nights that were cold. But I'm burning
Probably be nice if I would have unmuted myself. Okay. Sorry about that. Hey, Hope. Hey, Clemson girl. Hey, Alice. Hey, Smiles. I hit the like button watching without access to chat tonight. Oh, well, thanks for hanging with me. Hey, Laugh. You can't hear me now? The volume's up. My sound's on. Anyway, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? I hope everybody had a good holiday. I couldn't go live. It was just it was a long day. It just was a relaxing day and I overate. Let's be honest. I got to be honest. But it's hard with littles with the holidays. But yeah. Oh, by the way, I don't know who sent it, um, but the Kinder Christmas calendars, which is the 24 days of Christmas, with the little like Kinder Egg um, candy every day. Those came today. The kids are. I'm excited to do them with them. They pop out for each day, and then there's little secrets and just little things like the Kinder Egg surprises. Only you get candy. Yeah, 24 days of candy for them. It's just a small piece though. They're gonna love it. They're gonna beat the world. And someone sent me something for her and something for him, and I really appreciate that. I don't know who to say thank you to because I don't know who's sending it. It was insane around these streets anyway. Yeah, I was on the YouTube streets. I just was too blah to go live. I wanted to go live. I had stuff ready to go live, and then I blah, and then I don't know. I could have went live this afternoon, and then I just like zoned out. My thumbnail sucks. I have to totally redo my thumbnail. That's an awful thumbnail, but I just wanted to throw something up. I didn't want to know I have one, but I got some things. Hey, KCG, you know, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when we've covered certain creators, you know, that Tata thing. She's her and EKC's thing is going over everybody's chats and everybody's comments under their videos outside of the chats as well. I mean, it's their thing. They thrive on it. Well, Tata, she tried to hide a comment, a very long, I mean, long book like type comment. Um, she wanted to make sure nobody's seen that. And I think she may have even put the video that she talked about this stuff in under memberships or something like she's always doing to try to hide her crap. Um, and I trust the person 1000%. And this person that left this comment has also been checked into somewhat. Is has a decent following on TikTok, I guess. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, to me, if you have thousands, a couple thousand followers, or 10,000 followers, or whatever, yeah, that's a lot. I mean, I don't know by TikTok standards, but to me, that's a lot. I don't know what they consider a lot. But anyway, I don't. The comment gets deep. It's not a comment. It's a 3-page, 4-page comment. Yeah. Uh, anyway, you notice that disappeared rather quickly. But Veda, you of all people, DarthVada, you know the internet's forever. And if someone posts a comment under one of your videos or one of your lives, it's going to get snagged. And honey, it got snagged. You didn't delete fast enough. But we're going to read that tonight. I did redact 2 names because it's first names, and I don't know the people, so I don't want to put their name out there. I know it's just a first name, but I believe one of them could be to a child, and I just don't feel comfortable putting the names out. So that's all I redacted though, because everybody knows her name's Brittany, and she has no problem calling everybody else by their name. So, you know, is what it is. Hey Taz, how are you, Tazzy? And then Turtle Boy has not been getting much attention. I don't under. I was gonna do live last week about him, and I'm gonna show you. And I know there's some gossip going on the street or something about Troll Mafia. I don't know. I'm behind on that. I got to find out what's happening there. But the work they put into this video, and just being able to call him out with receipts on his crap is really good. And then they have a blog and an article was written, but they'll share the link. But and I'm going to read you the article, but some of it I'm not going to show because YouTube will shut me down. So I understand why they don't. At least I think they will. I mean, some of it gets pretty it gets pretty really good. um, no hold barred. That's for sure. No holds barred. Truth be told, harshly, but as a matter of fact, I make sure I sent that to myself. I'm pretty sure I did. Um, but I don't think I can show much of it though. That's just it because it's you'll see. It's good though. I mean, it tells the truth about him. Um, and then I'm on. Uh, I pop in. Heels had already been live, and I was really upset about this last night. I pop in to Heels to show respect, of course, say hi. Because she's my friend. Um, oh, this dentist is crazy. I'm not doing him though today. Oh, we might. I don't know. I'm looking for. I'll just resend it to myself. I just resend it to myself. I'm not even going to play with this shit today. But I'm going to show the beta comment because it was a public comment on a public video on YouTube. So I can show that. That's not doxing. Excuse me a minute. I need my inhaler. Hold on, man. And I hate to wait on my inhaler's taste. I think I'm getting sick. Hey, Remy. So I'm not even thinking twice about showing that comment because it's public. But I'm not real sure about this because they show the link on their channel and they're the ones that wrote it, but they don't. I don't think they show it actually on their channel. So, and like I said, reading it, but oh, here it is. The article is called "In the Cult of Kearney, however you say his last name." And I mean, there's receipts. There is receipts. There is videos. This blog is serious. I can show you the messages, but some of this I don't think I can show. Well, that's all scratched out. Maybe I can. I'll try. If they shut me down, then I'll just stop showing the content and hopefully they'll let me come back up. But I don't know. I think some of it I can't. I'm not real sure here. Maybe, but it's good. A lot of work went into it. So, tell me what everybody did on their Thanksgiving. All right, I shared it. Okay, I need out of there. Okay, there we go. I just didn't want to dig through it because I sent it to myself a week ago when I was gonna cover him, and then other things happened and I didn't get to him. Hey, Scorpio Sting, where's SoFlo? She must be busy. So, did everybody have eat themselves till your tummy hurt? Okay, let's start with. Okay, as I told you, Veda. Um, wow, that really shows all your messenger too, don't it? Oh, well, that's just the legal papers. Okay, I ain't worried about that. All right. See, that's why I don't like using messenger on here. Um, but I think that's all it shows is the court papers and stuff. Yeah, it don't show no private. Let me check. I don't think it shows any private messages. No. Okay. All right. I feel better now. All right. Okay. Now, where the hell did it go? Are you serious? All right. I got it. I went too far ahead. I'm going to share screen. Veda and EKC make it, I mean, it's like their go to thing to make sure they go and tear people's chats apart. And I mean, EKC puts a lot of work into it too. And I'm not sure how much of this they know or care to know. Maybe it'll let me zoom in. Uh-uh. Okay, I know it's small, but and I've showed you in videos how they tear apart people's chats, and you've heard them do it yourself. So Veda did this video about her life, some life experiences, some things she went through. And she's changed it up quite a few times. Um, so you don't know. You make your own decision if you watch it. But this is a comment, and it's several pages that was left under her video, and it was deleted. And I think the video may have been put under membership. So, and this person does have a social media following. She's for real. She's legit. It says, "Happy Thanksgiving, warrior goddess." Hey, Mac. I can't with the warrior goddess shit, but okay. Okay. And I didn't block her name out, because she's on TikTok under that name. So, apparently it says, "Honey, you need to check yourself with those lies you made up about my brother." Okay. Now, what she's talking about is, according to Veda's ex unalived himself recently. The one that that she was in a very bad relationship with for a while. And this is just what Veda's put out there. I'm not gonna, I'm not showing the stuff she said. Not on my channel. Uh, you want to watch? You can. I think it's under members only or something, because it was, yeah, no, not on my channel. But that's what this is pertaining to. Her ex, who's has died, um, and he was a longtime ex. They've been, because she's, supposedly married and stuff now. But yeah, she did this whole video, and you've seen the 1 minute video she put. Not, "I am a victim," and she's blaming nonsense for slamming her or not supporting victims, and none of that's even true. And a lot of the pictures she uses in those videos are not her. Reverse image search those pictures. They will take you right to the Google website of injuries, and it will match up with those pictures. I'm just saying, not all, some of them. I'm just saying. Um, but anyway, we'll get into this. Now, this Carol is supposedly the ex-boyfriend's sister. And now Veda just did this video, what, um, maybe a month ago, if that long. Maybe a little bit longer. I don't know. But this comment was just the other day. All right. It says, "Honey, you need to check yourself with those lies you made up about my brother. Not just my deceased brother at that. I'm about to correct your entire life for you so these people can learn the truth about you, Brittany. And you beat my arse? Honey, you know that's far from the truth. But by all means, we can get that one if you'd like. Don't you dare speak on my brother's name again, which, by the way, everyone is. Ooh, I missed his name. Okay. His name. I'll tell it because everything she said about us and him was all lies. Now, she accused him. She said she's a victim of severe DV, that she was held captive, uh, locked in rooms by him and his parents, and was abused. This is what this it's in her own words in her own video. I mean, she said the stuff she said was pretty bad. Like she was held hostage or kidnapped or whatever, was locked in a room and was not to leave or supposed to. And I mean, she said to be, yeah. But the story's changed many times, the details of the story. And so you just, there you go. Okay, it says, she says, everything she said about us and him was all lies, and stay tuned because I'll be bringing you all the truths and facts about this fake Veda girl. She's mad because my mother didn't want to call her back the day of my brother's funeral. Does that sound like someone traumatized by my family? Absolutely not. This girl is so full of shots, shits, it sickens. She'd do something like this within a week of my brother's passing. My mother never locked you up any damn where. My brother didn't even beat you like you said here and lied to the world. Oh man, they're not in order. Wait a minute, I'm just stop sharing. Wait a minute, I gotta put it, somehow they got out of order. I have no idea how they got out of order. It says, yeah, I lied. You lied to the world. You also failed to. Wait, let me share screen again. I took it off because I lost it and I didn't want to show my whole messenger, which I'm probably already did and gonna have to edit the freaking video. But anyway. You failed to ask me for a damn thing because I wanted her out of my parents' home because of her lying and deceitful ways. I had enough when one day I was checking on my parents. When I seen my mom crying, I knew exactly why and who. And I went and straddled this girl. And I told her if she didn't get the hell out, I would beat her from there to Georgia and back. My mom said she's pregnant. No, I said, not in her face, she isn't. And that's when my homeboy, Jeremy, grabbed me by the ankles and pulled me off her. This heifer never beat nobody's arse, but I'd sure give her the opportunity to try, laughed my ass off. My parents were more than good to her. She telling you right, wait, she's telling you right now, Nicole, keep my damn brother and my family's name out of your mouth if you can't tell the damn truth, or I will go forward for slander charges as well as expose even more facts. Oh, I thought I edited that. Oh, let me stop sharing. Why didn't it send the edited ones? Okay. I redacted that name. I don't understand why it didn't go through. That pisses me off. Let me find it. I know I did. Here it is. Why didn't it go through? Oh, it skipped a whole page. Okay. That's what it did. For some reason, it skipped a whole page. Huh. I'll resend it. Okay, I want to read this one because it's redacted. That was really weird. I'm going to resend the last one then too. Okay, see, I read them out of wait, let me make sure. Let me edit this and redact. Thought I got it all out. That pisses me off. I went through this with a fine tooth. I thought I got it out. There was only 2 times, and I thought I got them both. Only because it's supposedly a child's name, and I just don't want it in there. So I'm resending it. All right. I don't know why I didn't send it in the first place. That's weird. The other page is sent, but not that. All right. I don't need to redact the last page. I have the last page. All right. Let me share screen. Sorry about that. And they also were out of order. That's weird because I checked everything. Better get glasses. Apparently, I didn't check it good. And I believe, as she lied to the world, you also failed to mention how you and your mother sold and hooked on um, our, pills, to be exact. If she gives the exact names, I just don't know if I can say them. Um, Percocet, Roxy's, to be exact, and tell the people how you and your mom were some pathetic thieves too. How every weekend y'all were at the mall shop lifting like crazy. The fact that you just now do this lie of a story just because you hear my brother is now deceased shows how full of shit you are, and the people know and see it. This is straight sickening and jealousy. Laughed my ass off. Honey, nobody was jealous over some Miss Piggy snout looking easy. You disrespected my mother yourself. You disrespected my mother and yourself too, especially sitting around grown men in short shorts exposing your coochie for everyone to see. Your picture tells it all of your obvious active addiction. Now you also claiming that blank is dead. That is the sickest lie I've ever heard. Be- Stop. The name was in there. Why is it not redacting these pictures? All right, well. I'm not saying the child's name. Um, I gotta fix that. I can't show that. I didn't know the kid's name was. I thought I got. There's another one I missed. How did I miss it? I need to get my damn glasses on. Apparently there was 2 I missed. That pisses me off. No, 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 no. I don't want to revert. All right. No, that one is reverted. All right. Oh well, I'm sharing it. Okay. There we go. Sorry guys. I don't know why it's not sending right. It's pissing me off though. Also claiming that blank is deceased. That is the sickest lie I've ever heard because blank is very well alive and was raised by your mother. I'll include his picture for y'all to see. This girl never asked me for help to help her because she knew better than to ask me for a damn thing because I wanted her out of my parents' home because of her lying and deceitful ways. I'd had enough. When one day I was checking on my parents when I saw my mom crying. Okay. And that's when she said that she knew that it was because of Veda and she had to be drug off her by her ankles by her friend because this heifer never beat nobody's arse. But I'd sure give her the opportunity to try. Laughed my ass off. My parents were more than good to her. She's telling you, I've read this already. She's telling you right now, no. To her, I'm telling you, oh, this girl, this message just broke up. Sorry. Opportunity. My parents were more than good to her. I'm telling you right now, Nicole, keep my damn brother and my family name out of your mouth if you can't tell the damn truth, or I will go forward. And she says she's going to go forward with slander. You and expose even more facts, like how the kid's name didn't know who the father was. Oh, and my brother being married, you did know about that, and they'd been separated, and you even met his other kid. So get the hell off YouTube with your lies, or we will get it all out there for you, along with proof of absolutely everything. And I know you don't want that. I'd be damn if you gonna bash my brother who just passed away and you don't even know the situation. And then there's the final one, which I will get here. This, so apparently, okay, yeah, that's it. And there's no names in that one, I don't think. No, okay. I'm just making sure because I don't want to. I'd sure give her the opportunity to try. Oh, my parents were more than good to her. I'm telling you. Oh, I already read that part. What are they doubled? No father, my brother being married. You don't even know the situation yet. Get your facts straight and work on the honesty before I expose you to all 11K of my followers on just one of my social media platforms. Be looking for the summons at your North Carolina address. You really should have thought this out first because you done messed up. Now be thankful you left Tennessee. Again, shut the F up speaking my brother's name, liar. So since I stumbled so much, maybe I need to reread that. This video. You can see Veda deleted that she deleted that comment rather quickly. Hey Shark Lover. I'm not, don't know who you are, not talking about you, talking about Beta. But you can hang out in here. Just be cool. Hey, Revival. Get lost. Beta session. Yeah. Feisty, fussy, my voice just woke up. Gotta go catch the replay. Aw, alright. I know, I just got my little ones to bed. That's why I was a couple minutes late. Did you say the name Nicole? Yeah, her name is Brittany Nicole. Yeah, they called her Nicole. Her name's Brittany Nicole. But do you, okay, do I have to show it? The what? I thought it was convenient considering Beta was doing a 4-part series and so suddenly she pops up. Nah, Beta says she can't hack, fish, etc. I wouldn't be surprised if. Oh, Steve went after Tabitha on Twitter and they all piled on. That man has minions do his dirty work. Absolutely. Absolutely. I wish she used pencil and paper. You have questions with this one? Yeah, her, the ex boyfriend, according to Veda, just what was it? I don't even, it was just weeks ago she did that video, maybe a month, where she said she could talk about it now because her abuser was deceased. Well, his sister has a whole different story. And I'm not, I do not discount no abuse whatsoever. There's no excuse for it ever and should never be tolerated. But also, be honest about it because you're making some serious claims in that video. You're saying you were actually locked in a room and you could never leave for a long time. I mean, she made some really harsh statements that was done to her. Um, I thought you said Tata. Yeah, it is Tata. This is about Tata. She has another one scheduled about Josh Duggar, who's sitting behind bars in federal prison for downloading CP from the dark web. It's been 2 years and they are still bringing it up. Oh, I know. I'm sick of hearing about it. It's weird that she's literally doing the content now that KJ has done. Exactly. Same thing LB did. LB has done everything she can to mimic Katie. Veda is now trying to mimic Katie. They think they're going to be Katie. They want to be Katie. It's gross. Oh, you just came from Emmys? Oh, was she live? I was busy with the kids, so I was in and out of everything. Veda believes that Gian is a victim. Okay, yeah. Everybody's a victim of KJ. Everybody's a victim of KJ. I am so. Hey, Marion. I am so sick of everybody being a victim of KJ. I stay away from her. So there's no chance I will become one of her victims. I just don't care to. I mean, When you're attacking someone day after day after day, every little thing they do, every little word they say, every little comment that's made to them, you dissect it all. Um, you you aren't the victim. You definitely are not the victim. Mm-mm. But you know what? I want to reread that because I can read it better without worrying about showing it and showing my whole damn messenger. I'll just read it from the start because there's some things I want you to listen to, and I kept jumping on it. It says, and now this Carol really exists, really has the social media following on TikTok. And this is under that video Veda did, where she claimed all this horrific stuff was happening to her. Um, and it, but things have changed repeatedly with her as she continues talking about it in other of her lives. But I don't, it would be so easy to go get clips and show, see, this is what you're saying now, this is what you said. But I'm not going to do that because she's, it's about DV and I wasn't there, but this person claims they were. And this person claims to be the ex's sister. And the person checks out. So there's that. I've got all of Veda's history, and it's not like she portrays. I would bet money on that, Shark Lover. The girl lies so much. She's so easy to catch in her lies. Just watch a couple of her lives. She changes up her story because when you lie like that, you can't keep up with it. When things are the truth, the facts don't change. They don't change. But this says, honey, you need to check yourself. Those lies you made up about my brother, not just, and it's hard to read because some of the wording, not just, but my dad or my deceased brother at that, which we all know, like I told you, she did a live saying that's the only reason she could do the live because she knew that he had passed away. So there you go. And she's got that live under memberships now, I believe, or on her second channel somewhere. I'm about to correct your entire life for you so these people can learn the truth about you, Brittany Hanson. And you beat my ass, honey, that's far from the truth. But by all means, we can get that one if you'd like. Don't you dare speak on my brother's name again, which, by the way, everyone is, and she says his name, but I did redact that. I'll tell it because everything she said about us and him was all lies. And stay tuned because I'll be bringing you all the truths and facts about this fake Veda girl. She's mad because my mother didn't want to call her back the day of my brother's funeral. Does that sound like someone traumatized by a family? No, absolutely not. This girl is so full of shit, it sickens. She'd do something like this within what, a week of my brother's passing? My brother never locked you up, and she stated that she was locked up in the bedroom all the time, was never allowed to leave, and his parents were in on this. And she stated this herself. And you weren't locked up any damn where. My brother didn't even beat you like you sat here and lied to the world. You also failed to mention how you and your mother sold and were hooked on pain pills. And she lists the pain pills to be exact. She lists two different kinds. And tell the people how you and your mom were some pathetic thieves. Two, how every weekend y'all were at the malls shoplifting like crazy. The fact that you just now do this lie of a story Just because you hear my brother is now deceased shows how full of shit you are. Hmm. Now, if you remember correctly, when Katie put out Vada's info on Instagram, the charges were shoplifting. There was also charges for shoplifting in Tennessee. And if you remember the video I showed you of EKC, which I'll be more than happy to go back and show you the clip, EKC said, "Oh, none of that even ties together," and Veda wasn't there in Tennessee. But apparently, according to this girl who is stating all this, said, "Oh yes, she very much was in Tennessee and did get arrested for shoplifting in Tennessee." Hmm. EKC, you don't even know your friend, do you? Maybe you need to read this, EKC. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, yeah. And she wants the people to know and see this is straight sickening and jealousy. Laughed my ass off. Honey, nobody was jealous over some Miss Piggy snout looking easy, WHORE. You disrespected my mother yourself, too, especially sitting around grown men in short shorts exposing your nasty coochie for everyone to see. Your picture tells it all of your obvious active addiction. Now you're also claiming that blank, which is supposed to be the little boy, is deceased. That is the sickest lie I've ever heard because he is very well alive and was raised by your mother. I'll include his picture for you all to see. This girl never asked me for help because she knew better than to ask me for a damn thing because I wanted her out of my parents' home because of her lying and deceitful ways. I'd had enough one day when I was checking on my parents when I seen my mom crying. Wait a minute. So when she was checking on her parents, she found her mom crying and she said she knew exactly why and who. And I went and straddled this girl and I told her if she don't get the hell out of, I would beat her from there to Georgia and back. My mom said she's pregnant. No. And I said, no, not her face. Not, or she said, I said, not in her face. She isn't. And that's when my homeboy, Jeremy, grabbed me by the ankles and pulled me off her. This heifer never beat nobody's ass, but I'd sure give her the opportunity to try. Laughed my ass off. My parents were more than good to her. I'm telling you right now, Nicole, keep my damn brother and my family name out of your mouth if you can't tell the damn truth, or I will go forward with slander charges as well as expose even more facts, like how the little boy, you didn't know who the father was. Oh, and my brother being married, you did know about that, and they've been separated. You even met his other kid. So get the hell off YouTube with your lies, or we will get it all out there for you, along with proof of absolutely everything. And I know you don't want that. I'd be damned if you gonna bash my brother who just passed away and you don't even know the situation. Wow. Wow. She don't even know. She said she don't even know the situation. She said, get your facts straight and work on that honesty before I expose you to all 11K of my followers on just one of my social media platforms. Be looking for the summons at your North Carolina address. You really should have thought this one out first because you done messed up now. Be thankful you left Tennessee again. Shut the F up, speaking my brother's name. Liar. I thought for a minute, could this be Veda? Because, Veda was bragging about having 10,000, 11,000 subs. Hey, Vassar, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. And you too, Shark Lover. Hey, Rita. Veda deleted her video. I don't know if she deleted it or if she just put it under members only or privated it. But when this comment was left and she got rid of the comments. Now you know how EKC and Veda tear everybody's comments apart. And the only suspicious thing to me was the 11,000 followers because of how Veda brags about the Facebook groups that she claims to have. Hey Soplo, I was asking about you. How are you? How was your Thanksgiving with the fam? Did you enjoy your trip? I'm telling you, something's not adding up. The person I got this from, 100% trust. But it doesn't matter that I did. I had to go to TikTok and find out for myself. This person does exist. This person is real. Name and all. Didn't hide anything. She laid it out. She's going to be putting out some videos. I have a feeling. um, you've been jumping around all day, Laugh? Just drove 10 hours. Oh, I love a good road trip, but not that many hours in a row with the kids. There's not enough gummies. There's not enough gummies. We took them to Pennsylvania when my husband's father passed from COVID. Um, and we drove because we had to take the dog. And uh, they it was their first long road trip. I mean, that's 1,000 miles, and they did good though. I have to be honest, they did good. But they're kids. Yeah, with the kids. Yeah. She's got her foot over too far on my side, or he's reaching his arm over. Oh my god, it was monotony. We have TVs in the SUV, but it gets old for them, and they start arguing over everything. Yep. We had I borrowed my neighbor's. She has little portable DVD players you can plug in for the back. Yeah, that didn't. They started fighting over what they were watching. This anything. It was like, okay, that's it. But yeah, so my hand is touching his. You put your AirPods in. Oh, you've been kind of busy and with meetings. That's that time of year. Everybody wants to get everything done before the end of the year. I get it. Yeah, they fight, and uh, it starts so young. They will sit there. He will beg for her to play with him, and then they sit there and fight the whole time over who's shooting the car faster or who's shooting it the wrong way. They will fight over anything, and they're 5.5 and 8. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to teenage years. You got to go to bed, Laugh? I don't get it, honestly. I'm like, you guys just deal with it. Am I missing something? Yeah, the kids, oh, they drive me nuts with the fighting. But anyway, so I had that, and I don't know what y'all think about it. I don't think it really surprises anybody. But there's a video, and then I want to show you. I want to play the video first, and then I want to show you the blog, 'cause the blog is great too. Um, but I do have to private this until I edit that out because you can see my messenger. Damn it. They've got a couple good lives up about Troll Mafia does about him. And this is about the Karen Reed movement going down in flames because of Turtle Boy. Yeah, we're going to go over that too. Okay, let me go to the channel. I thought I saved it. Maybe, oh, you know what? Don't even start with me. What is going on with YouTube and StreamYards? It is acting so wanky. Thank you, Live, for posting that. I do have channel memberships, by the way. What's the okay? Why won't you open? Do I have too many windows open? Maybe I don't know, but StreamYard is acting really. StreamYard and YouTube. Let me go to watch later. No, I have it here. I know I saved that one, but if not, I'll just go back to their channel. These should have been in order. Yeah, no, that shouldn't be it. Dr. Smiles. Oh my God, that guy's a clown. I'm going to do one on him too. Turtle Boy. Yeah, I thought I saved it. There we go. Oh wow, I saved a lot. Okay. I'm going to play this one. Where did it go? And why did it do that and not give me the list? Here it is. All right. Sorry about what is going on? I was in the chat earlier and it was crazy. I mean, and of course I forgot to turn monetization on. Okay, this is Troll Mafia's video. This is about Turtle Boy, the most toxic YouTuber. True crime YouTuber teams up with hashtag Karen Reed. And she's got proof that there's messages between them and they were communicating. And I believe he's also was communicating with her attorneys, but that's just my opinion. But let's start. This is a really good video. Then I'm going to go into that blog because that's who did the blog and it's really good.
The nexus of crime and social media has opened a Pandora's box of frightening behaviors, manipulation, and tragedy for millions to experience, and sometimes take part in real time. The instant public accessibility of a huge number of databases and social media archiving every minutia of our everyday lives in real time has helped the true crime community grow. And though many web sleuths work with empathy and diligence, the exceptions pose dangerous consequences. This is the story of one such exception.
Only with a fucking camera, you're a liar. Who are you?
Night Laugh. Thanks for coming in.
He's so angry. Why?
Part First Amendment auditor.
I can't believe I have to wear the same uniform as this clown, as this corrupt pig. Look at you. Look at
part narcissistic cult leader.
I'm not looking for an argument. This is a direction, a directive. Either you trust me or you don't. Okay? So trust me. When I say something, just please don't argue. Just trust me. That's it. Okay? That's it.
And 100% toxic cry bully.
Just trust you? That's it? Just trust you. Dude, you look shady before you even open your mouth. But okay.
So I want to make sure the message is sent here. If you fuck with me, if you try to sue me, I'm not going to go after you. I'm going to go after your fucking family.
This is the story of Aiden Kearney and how he is exploiting one community's tragedy to gain attention, clout, and cash, destroying lives in the process and working with an accused killer to harass and intimidate potential witnesses against her.
The look on her face, those are not Betty Davis eyes.
You feel pretty strongly about, wanting to believe everything she says.
Well, here's the thing, Al.
The evidence.
Now, just because you didn't do it.
I said, could I have hit him?
The Lexus taillight breaking, coming in contact with a human being and not a hard surface, makes no sense to me.
Police say they found this at the scene, pieces of broken taillights.
We know who did it, Steve. We know. You all know.
Yes, we do.
Police report presented Wednesday during Karen Reed's arraignment in Stoughton Court provides a clearer timeline of the tragic details leading up to her boyfriend's death. The Mansfield woman, an adjunct professor at Bentley, is accused of hitting John O'Keefe with her SUV Saturday.
New intrigue and even conspiracy theories surfacing around the case against Karen.
I know this doesn't have any bearing on the case, but she looks like a bitch. I'm sorry, but she does. And I got some other clips of Turtle Boy to show you coming up.
Karen Reed. Her attorneys now poking holes in accusations she hit her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, with her vehicle and killed him.
Although at first Karen Reed, through her defense, referred to O'Keefe's death as a, quote, tragic accident, in April of 2023, Reed's defense filed an extensive motion detailing an extremely complicated conspiracy theory, absolving Ms. Reed of all responsibility. Around this time, Karen, through a friend, reached out to Aiden Kearney, who immediately started aggressively pushing this theory.
We're all here for the defendant. We're all here for some charge. They want us to convict her. They want to convict her.
Now, see, she reached out to him. Hey, Hope. Thanks for coming in, Hope. I appreciate that.
An alleged murderer, Karen Reed. We're all here to support her. I'm not in the habit of supporting murderers, so this is my first time.
And villainizing the victim's friends and family, as well as the owner of the home and his family.
They want to turn John O'Keefe's kids into their kids because their kids all turn out screwed up. And they want to turn that whole town, that whole incestuous town, into a bunch of Alberts and McCabe's. No doubt about it, but we're not going to let that happen because the Alberts and the McCabe's aren't going to be around too much longer.
What the fuck is wrong with Peggy O'Keefe? Oh, she's fucking old. You're being mean to the mother. Well, fuck her too, okay? Fuck her too. You're old and we have to be nice to fucking old people, especially when their fucking kids died and we have to fucking play all nice with you and shit. Well, I'm not gonna be fucking nice anymore. Open your fucking eyes. And yeah, Paul, talk about your mama. What you gonna do about it?
And this is who the Glare is defending and saying that he did nothing wrong. I've got video of him harassing people, businesses, private citizens, going to school events. But he's the good guy.
Fucking drunk, you fucking raging alcoholic. Fuck those people, man. Fuck them. I don't give a shit.
Thousands of amateur web sleuths believe that the local police, the state police, crime lab, everyone at the home that night, The medical examiner's office, the district attorney, emergency room doctors, the judge, and the victim's own friends and family have conspired together to murder John O'Keefe and cover it up with no articulable motive. And they believe it is all to frame a woman who was seen on camera consuming 7 to 9 drinks before getting behind the wheel of her Lexus SUV, whose taillight was found in pieces near the body, and repeatedly stated to multiple witnesses, "I hit him, I hit him, I hit him." Sure, the police found pieces of her taillight in the snow near the body, and the crime lab found microscopic pieces of her taillight in John's clothing. But don't worry, they have an answer for that too.
Can you talk about the taillight fragments on John? Yeah, I'll talk about them real quick. So those were planted by a guy by the name of Michael Proctor. He took a bunch of fucking he took a taillight, smashed it all up, and threw some shit on the shirt, and then held on to it for a year, and then got it tested, and now there's taillight on it. End of story.
Oh my God, I was muted again. I'm not muting no more. I've got to get one with the light on it so I can see. Anyway, he really wants us to believe that a whole town, hell, the whole county, the whole state, all the government, all the lawyers, every police department, everybody's setting this woman up who, come on, let's face it, she's nobody. I mean, she's not all that important. Let's go. I mean, it's not like she's president or nothing of a company or something like that. You know what I mean? Where it's somebody that you know, they're going to all this trouble to set her up. And this dude, so then what he's saying is he put the evidence at the scene. He broke the taillight. How did he get him on the shirt? How? Please tell me. Does that mean what you're saying is, did he see that he was laying there dead, decided to break a taillight and sprinkle it all over him? Interesting. What about the fact that there was a dead police officer laying in that yard, and the people in that house, who one happened to be a police officer, didn't even bother to come outside? Not one time. Not for 1 minute. Okay. There's things you're not answering. She said she thought she did. She said she did hit him. But her running this off the wall theory is taking any compassion or empathy anybody would have for her as it being an accident. Worst thing she did was work with you. That's my opinion. And I'm going to have it. Hey, Sinner.
Do I have evidence that happened? No, but he plants shit all the time, and he's a dishonest hack. And Karen didn't hit him with the car, so how the fuck did those get on there? Michael Proctor put him there. Boom. Mystery solved. Columbo up in this bitch.
But one person who does have a motive to fan the flames.
Wait a minute. How did Michael Proctor get the evidence to put on the deceased man's shirt? How did he get it there?
On these wild conspiracies is Aiden. And he often articulates it clearly.
How much is going to Karen Reed? Okay. First of all, what a cunty question to ask. How much is going to Karen Reed? Because I know what you're getting at there. You're insinuating that, like, well, certainly a certain amount of this should. Are you keeping it? Are you keeping all the profits? Just to be clear, I'm keeping 100% of the profits and $0 are going to Karen Reed.
Aiden is making a lot of money and garnering a lot of attention from simping for accused cop killer Karen Reed.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Vinny.
Let me start here. Aiden, Turtle Boy, what do you prefer?
You can call me Turtle Boy.
Okay, I'll go with Turtle Boy. No, not a problem. I understand.
Why would a grown man want to be called Turtle Boy? I don't know.
That's what everybody calls you.
But don't be fooled by his blatant self-serving narcissism. This is a mutually beneficial arrangement that Karen and Aiden have worked out. They communicate daily on the Signal app, a messaging service favored by terrorist groups, drug dealers, BLM protesters, and fringe right-wing domestic terrorist groups. It is through this secure messaging app that they are able to exchange information about her defense that has not been made public yet and may not even be admissible at trial.
Sent in on Friday.
What was sent in on Friday?
The motion. I mean, I've had it.
Which motion?
The motion in opposition to the Commonwealth's motion to prohibit extrajudicial
Yeah, I
states.
have not received a hard copy yet of that motion. And so it was not received on Friday. That's not true.
It was not received on
It's not on the docket. It's not on the docket, correct?
Wait, I just checked now, and it's there, but there's no image attached to it, so you can't read it.
Right, but I said, though, that it was docketed just a few minutes ago, right? And you told me it was docketed on Friday.
No. It was sent in on Friday.
All right, but I didn't receive it on Friday, so I don't know why you're saying that it was sent in on Friday. What information do you have that it was sent in on Friday?
I have sources.
They can also coordinate some of the most shocking and overt witness harassment and intimidation.
You have sources, the defense team, and the accused.
Ever documented on social media.
We will never stop protesting. You think it's uncomfortable now? Wait till we start showing up at your Little Leagues. Like, things are about to get really uncomfortable.
Disgrace! You're a disgrace! Disgraceful! Disgraceful! He's a disgrace! Look at him! He's a disgrace! Bring shame to the Boston Police Department! What a loser! What a loser!
Shame on you! Again, another one, man. We're chopping them down. Kerry Roberts, no show. Laura Sullivan, no show. Ken Dugal, no show. This guy behind him, Anthony Bianco, no show. We are chopping these people down one by one and shaming them from coming out. We are shaming them. Public shaming
No,
works.
you're not.
Proves that they have nothing and they're all watching this. And
You are harassing and stalking and attacking people. You went to a child's school event that you had no business being at. You're no better than, you're just like Betty. Actually, I think you may even be a step up. But she'll reach there. She's close. You two would make, ooh, you really are like two of a kind.
just want to let them know that I'm thoroughly, truly enjoying watching them squirm and struggle and cry and complain and knowing that there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing. They were uncomfortable on Tuesday when they had to walk through that gauntlet of court. They hated that. Oh, shouldn't have let me know that. That's like an invitation to do it louder next time.
The campaign of harassment was at first focused mainly on Jennifer McCabe, a close personal friend of John O'Keefe and his family, and a potential state's witness against Karen Reed. Aiden characterized her as one of the real murderers, despite no criminal charges ever being filed against her, and no evidence to support his claims.
I am so sick of hearing about how we need to leave Jen McCabe alone. She's not being charged with a crime. She's a witness. No, I'm just so sick of the people being like, oh, maybe we should ease up on Jen McCabe. Maybe we shouldn't, actually. Maybe we should increase it. That's what we should do. Maybe I haven't seen Jen McCabe since the lacrosse incident,
and she needs to be reminded who her daddy is.
He has accosted her outside of court hearings, harassed her at one of her daughter's lacrosse games, published her name, address, phone number, and social security number on his website.
And he has
made several trips to her property uninvited, and bombarded her with unwanted calls, text messages, and voicemails.
And he's done all that.
All of it. Allie McCabe, she can get it too. They can all get it.
And Sinner, that's fine. You can, I don't know how you could support him, but hate Betty so much. Be so against Betty. What this man's doing, it's not how you do it. The things he's done, that's why he got arrested. But we're, we can disagree on that. That's fine.
We've left the second generation out of this for a bit. That's over. Except for Brian Albert Jr., because he looks functionally retarded. But besides him, the rest of them, they're all going to get it. They're all going to get it. And
hey, Jen, how you doing? Fancy seeing you here.
It's a school-sponsored event.
Yes, it is. How do you feel about murder of police officers? How do you feel about murder of police officers?
He has no business there. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, she murdered a police officer.
I'm sorry, but he has no business there. That is a school-sponsored event. There's kids there. He has no business doing this there. That's just my opinion.
Oh, it's not cop killers. That's what they are. They're cop killers. So 2 cop killers don't like being asked about it.
Oh, there's Jen.
Look at her. Look at him in her house.
Let's see if they come to the door.
That's not okay.
So I definitely saw Jen in there. I think they can hear us on the ring too.
They're in the murder of a Boston police officer. These are cop killers, ladies and gentlemen. That's a cop killer right there. Cop killer. Cop killer. That's what you are. That's all you're ever going to be. It's a cop killer.
once I heard that Jen McCabe goes out in public, once I heard that she does, like, I'm like, okay, so at least Brian Albert is really doing what he's supposed to be doing, hiding like a cornered rat. Like, that's what you should be doing, is moving out of Canton, picking shit up, leaving. But no, Jen McCabe is so arrogant that she insists on still living life like everything's normal.
Wow.
While still focused on ruining Jennifer McCabe and her family, Aiden turned his attention to Colin Albert, the teenage nephew of the owner of the home where John O'Keefe was found outside.
You think I'm scared of your fucking pussy son, Colin? Oh, I can't wait to see Colin. I'm gonna have a lot of questions for Colin. And something tells me he won't be able to control his temper like you did. He can get some. He can get some.
He's a kid. Dude, you're messed up in the head. That's a kid. Who the hell made you judge and jury?
Too. There won't be a dog there to back him up this time. I'm not afraid of your stupid son. Believe me, I could kick the shit out of your stupid son. So please, please.
Although Colin was not at the home at the same time as Karen Reed or John O'Keefe, and is only a teenager who is less than half their ages, this has not deterred Aiden and Karen from targeting him and setting out to ruin his life. Aiden has made it his mission to accuse Colin of murder as loudly and publicly as possible, despite occasionally admitting he has no idea what happened, to attempt to protect himself from civil liability in the future.
Inside 34 Fairview Road, and Colin Albert was present inside. Now, did Colin Albert kill him? I don't know. I can't be sure of that. 2 children are left orphaned because John O'Keefe was murdered by Brian Albert and by Colin Albert and that freaking dog and every other single person in that house who remains quiet to this day.
Colin has become the target of relentless harassment and bullying, perpetrated by adults, some of whom have children his age.
That's disgusting.
He has been repeatedly and explicitly accused of beating John O'Keefe to death, despite no evidence to support these wild claims against him. Like the many potential witnesses in this case, Aiden has barraged Colin with unwanted phone calls, texts, voice messages, visits to his home, baseless accusations, and threats against.
And I'm sorry, that's going too far. That has gone way too far.
his life.
This is the Alberts. Let's find out.
The intense cyberbullying and harassment, spearheaded by Aiden, and his baseless accusations tragically prompted this young man to abandon his burgeoning college football career out of fear for his personal safety and the safety of his teammates. This was a fact celebrated by Aiden's followers, who called for Colin to end his own life.
Wow.
Colin's suicidal, something like that. It's complete bullshit. He's not suicidal, okay? Don't kill yourself, Colin. Turn yourself in. Do the right thing. That's what I recommend.
Destroying a young man's psyche is not enough for Aiden, however. He continues to relentlessly harass not only the boy, but his whole family, constantly showing up to his father's pizza shop to proudly ruin the family's business and livelihood and place their employees in fear.
I go down to your pizza shop and I stand out there for an hour and I yell shit about your son. I just shit all over your child, Chris.
Wow.
Your middle child. I go down there and I shit all over him and I accuse him of some of the most heinous things possible. And I affect business. People don't want to go into your business because of the things that I'm saying. I'm telling cars going by.
And you don't have the right to do that. That's just it. You don't have the right to do that. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what happened either. You only know what's putting money in your pocket. And what you can run your mouth about.
What your family did and what you're being accused of and what you've done to cover this thing up and what a scumbag you are and how you don't pay your bills. And I'm standing there. And you know where you were, Chris? Hiding in the back.
He's even sunk so low to scare local children in the town in a scene very reminiscent of Chili DeCastro's Memorial Day parade spectacle.
Cop killers, cop callers. How ironic. How about that? Blood pizza. Don't get the pizza. It's tainted in blood. They kill people inside. Well, mostly on Fairview Road or the highway.
Wow.
Maybe in there too. I don't know. The owners of D&E Pizza. The pizza's covered in blood here because they kill people inside. Watch out. Be careful, kids. There's a couple killers walking loose around your town. They kill people.
And he's verbally attacked other children as well, for no other reason than they were friends or classmates of Colin, in a transparent attempt to leave him humiliated, afraid, feeling constantly under surveillance, and socially isolated.
There's your stupid kids, Michelle Gallery. Your stupid cunt daughters. That's what they fucking are.
Wow.
Hanging out with this fucking worthless piece of shit. There's Colin again with her stupid, useless twin daughters. That's a prom photo. I guess this is a prom with Colin. Yes, I figured that one out. Yeah, it's a prom one. So I guess they went to the prom together. So that's how close they are. So that's fine. You can get some too, Michelle. You got an address too, right? We can knock on your door as well.
This will be the first statement of its kind in my dozen years as Norfolk District Attorney. The harassment of witnesses in the murder prosecution of Karen Reed is absolutely baseless. It should be an outrage to any decent person, and it needs to stop. Some have, without any evidence, pointed to 18-year-old Colin Albert, a nephew of the homeowner, and accused him of attacking John O'Keefe as he entered the home. But phone evidence shows O'Keefe never entered the home at all. Testimony from witnesses tell us that 18-year-old Colin Albert had left his uncle's home before John O'Keefe and Karen Reed had arrived outside the residence. Colin Albert didn't commit murder. Jennifer McCabe, Matthew McCabe, and Brian Albert. These people were not part of a conspiracy and certainly did not commit murder or any crime that night. They have been forthcoming with authority, providing statements, and have not engaged in any cover-up. They are not suspects in any crime. They are merely witnesses in the case.
After the district attorney put out a statement condemning the ongoing witness harassment, Aiden flew into a narcissistic rage and graduated from harassing John O'Keefe's family and friends and any potential witnesses against Karen Reed to also harassing investigators and prosecutors involved in her case.
Are they fucking kidding me? I mean,
how can you not see this as going too far? How can anyone defend him and say he's innocent of what he's been charged with, because he's not? This is too much.
They are declaring war on us, man. I'm not even kidding. From the headline alone, they are declaring war on the First Amendment. Do you understand, Michael Morrissey? I've listened to 10
The First
seconds.
Amendment doesn't give you the right to go to people's homes and harass and stalk them, to go to school events where children are and harass and stalk them, to repeatedly call them and their family and just follow them around. That's not what it's about. Hey, Hippie Borium.
The rest of your speech is anything like the first 10 seconds. Expect me to pitch a fucking tent outside of your house and you will never sleep. Just understand that. I am going to shove the First Amendment up your fat ass. Apparently I need to teach you what it is, because they never taught you.
He began harassing the two.
No, apparently they're going to teach you what it is, and rightfully so.
Investigators on the case and their families, inundating them with calls and threats. He focused intensely on the wife of Trooper Michael Proctor, going so far as to tell her that her husband will be jailed before threatening to kidnap their children.
Both her and Michael should be in jail. And and tell you what, Lizzie, those two boys you have, Daddy's got to go to prison. I'll teach him how to throw a football, okay? We'll play catch in the backyard. They're my kids now. And that is my promise to you, Lizzie Proctor, because your children, I just want you to let you know this, Lizzie Proctor, when you're watching this, your worst fear is going to happen. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing, Lizzie, you can do about this. You are an evil woman and a horrible excuse for a mother, just a horrible excuse for a mother.
Adding another layer to the threats, Aiden has visited the Proctor's home uninvited on 3 separate occasions, menacing around their property, and on one occasion, bringing a group of angry people to their home to scream accusations and insults.
A Betty move.
He also has been harassing Trooper Yuri Buchanik, another investigator on the case, accosting him outside of court hearings, and even filming him at the urinal in a men's room without his consent.
Wow. No, he didn't. What? He filmed somebody at a urinal in the men's room, and on top of that, it was an investigator. Dude was begging to get busted. That's not your First Amendment right.
You freaking loser! Bukaki loser! Bukaki loser!
So you think Michael Proctor planted that evidence? Not seriously. Just me and you in here. Come on.
He has escalated to personally harassing the district attorney as well, calling his home after 11 o'clock at night and doxing his number to thousands of his cult followers online.
Wow.
Hello?
Live to tape. Hi, is this Mrs. Morrissey?
Yeah.
Yes, hi, this is Turtleboy calling. Is Mike home?
No, he's not home right now.
Oh, where is he?
Out.
Oh, is he drinking? It's 11 o'clock on a Tuesday.
It's really none of your business. Good night.
When can I see him? She said it's none of my business. He says it's none of my business. 617. I don't know. He says it's none of my business. What a cunt, huh? Wow. Hi, Michael Morrissey. Daddy's here. This is Dr. Turtleboy calling. You told me to leave Gemma Cave alone and to stop asking her questions and to stop and be nice to Colin Albert and Brian Albert. Those guys killed a cop. I guess you're okay with killing cops. You're obviously, a fat, useless piece of shit. So that doesn't surprise me. I'm going to show up to their kids' football games. I'm going to be everywhere that they go. And I'm going to do the same with you. I know you don't like it when people come to your house. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And that's not a threat. I'm an award-winning journalist. Are you worried that you're going to die in federal prison? Just want to know what you think of that. So give me a call back when you get this. Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye. We'll see if he calls back.
He has even called and harassed D.A. Morrissey's son, who has nothing to do with the case at all.
So this is Turtleboy from Uncle Turtleboy Daddy from Turtleboy Daily News. Are you familiar with the blog?
I'm familiar with who you are, and this is his son, yes.
Oh, you're his son. What's up with your dad? Why is he such a scumbag?
Well, why did that screen just go blank like that? Wow, told you there's glitches. This dude, yeah, he got arrested. He's being charged with all kind of stuff. Rightfully so, in my opinion.
That's not very nice.
Do you think Karen Reed's innocent?
I don't.
What makes you think she's guilty?
Like, why does it matter?
I don't want to influence anything here, but if that was my dad, I'd be like, Dad, can you stop doing things that send you to prison? Just saying. Tell your dad to call me back. He's got my number now, okay? Okay.
Aiden is aware that his actions are very much criminal. He doesn't care because he has leveraged his social media presence and willingness to engage in harassment and intimidation to a point that he feels that he is above the law.
Mm-hmm. They've already made up their mind. You're not talking them out of it. Don't talk to cops. So that's all I got to say about that. And I will never talk to you motherfuckers. Lawyer! And I'm going to get a good lawyer too. And me and Karen Reed can have our own his and her charges. And you can try to do all that.
Congratulations. Your wish was granted. You now have his and her charges.
Whether Karen Reed is found guilty or not, one fact will remain. Through her quest to avoid jail time and Aiden Kearney's quest for notoriety, they have together created dozens of additional victims in an already tragic case. And the majority of these victims are the very people John O'Keefe loved and cared for most. His family, his friends, and his brothers in blue. And this is the dark side of the true crime community, a community that, albeit well-intentioned, can be a breeding ground for bad actors who exploit tragedy and cause real damage for clicks, views, and cash. If this behavior is allowed to continue unchecked, a cottage industry of unscrupulous individuals like Aiden could pop up to the benefit of accused violent criminals and to the detriment of their victims. Regardless, we cannot forget, a man lost his life and his family is grieving. He was an officer, a friend, a son, a brother, an uncle, and a guardian. The wheels of justice turn slowly, and for good reason. Harassing these witnesses and loved ones brings no justice or dignity to John O'Keefe and spits in the face of his legacy. This is about the legacy of a man who loved his family, his friends, his profession, and his community fiercely. A man who would do anything for them without anything in return. This is about justice for John O'Keefe.
Nobody's challenged me, but live from Chicago. Gonna do it. I challenge Cal Gabel, follow Keith. Yeah, just for the record, we're here on vacation in Chicago, having a great time. We heard about this. It's a great cause. Let's do it. I'm going to challenge Laura Sullivan and Mike McDonough. Maria, let's research. Let's get it cured.
But that's not going too far. I don't understand how that's not going too far. Now, this is about the Karen Reed movement going down in flames. Everybody knows that Aiden was... Everybody knows that he was arrested. This is the last one I want to show. I don't understand how that is okay. Sir Duke, wait a minute. Oh, this cat.
Charges of witness intimidation in the John O'Keefe murder case.
Talk to Chris Albert. All he has to do is come clean and get his son to admit what he did, and get his brother to admit what he did, and then this thing's over. Then there's no more going to kids' games and interviewing and going to your goddamn pizza shop. It all fucking ends.
Aidan Kearney's been writing for months about the case and recording himself confronting witnesses.
They were uncomfortable on Tuesday when they had to walk through that gauntlet of court. They hated that.
They say he has been calling them, following them, and revealing private information about them and their families. And they say he's been telling tens of thousands of his followers.
Sorry, guys. He would raise my blood pressure. I can't with him. Betts is just a click below this guy. I don't know how he gets away with it on YouTube. I don't. How can you defend him? How can you say he's not guilty of any of those charges against him? That's going too far.
On social media to do the same.
Karen Reed would like to be free too, but you can't. So the second Chris Albert does the right thing, this shit ends. It ends.
Things are about to get really uncomfortable for you now. Just to let you know that. Especially now that I know that I'm getting here. That was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. Because now it's like time to accelerate.
The house of cards Karen Reed tried so hard to build has fallen down around her. Her chief propagandist, toxic crybaby blogger Aidan Kearney, was arrested for intimidation of a witness, and he's not taking it well.
All I do is look for Chevy Silverados. Are those cops? Every time I see a Chevy Silverado, I'm like, oh, any Silverados? Any Silverados coming?
No, they're not following you around.
What's that?
You're not that important.
What the hell's that? Probably have like.
I mean, he really thinks he's that important. He really thinks he's that important that the cops are going to follow him everywhere he goes. Oh, my iPad just shut off. I hate this thing. Anyway, let's
Or
play
some
it.
shit. I don't know. What the fuck is that? Is that a Silverado? Chevy Silverado. Like Silverados everywhere. That's not a cop, is it? Maybe they'll try killing me next. I don't know. I thought you were a cop. You look like a cop. I thought that was a cop. I really thought that was a cop. That scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. This is how I live my fucking life. Paranoid. I really thought I was about to get arrested there. That looked like. Did you guys see that? Got him! Got him! These dumb motherfuckers from work! Oh, I can't believe this is real. Guess what? I'm never, ever, ever going to stop. I'm going to remember the faces of every single pig that came to my house. Oh! I can't fucking believe they're this stupid. Oh my God, this is going to get the case dismissed. This is what they used to obtain a warrant. My house was invaded by pigs today.
It's not going to get dismissed. I will really be surprised if you don't end up with some jail time. But that's just my opinion.
Thugs with guns. Thugs with guns. Armed with a warrant. Bukkake, bukkake, bukkake. Don't poke the turtle, young man. I don't know who you think you are, and that's not a threat. I know you guys like to pretend everything's a threat. It's not a threat.
What is it?
At all. But you're not going to get away with what you did. You're not going to get away with that. You wanted to lay with pigs. You're going to be treated like the pig that you are. You're not a cop. You're a filthy, disgusting pig.
Wow.
Texts between Aidan and Karen are leaking out all over X, showing that Karen has been directing the harassment and intimidation aimed at witnesses against her this entire time.
These messages are crazy. I'm going to back that up and slow it down. But this proves that she's been in on this all along. And he has been working with her. Why would she ever think that if her fifth and latest version of events is true? And here's the messages. She didn't do a 3-point turn. Did she forget that she didn't? Why would she ever believe she hit him? Off the record, I entered the street from Cedar Crest. This is not public and will be in a later motion. For John's was, I don't know. I never backed up at all. This is what she's saying. TB, we haven't revealed that publicly and are saying it, saving it for a bigger motion. Wow.
The harassment and intimidation aimed at witnesses against
Justice for John O'Keefe was never the goal for hashtag Karen Reed and at Dr. Turtleboy. He lied and continues to lie for YouTube followers and to help a killer go free. Wow.
Against her this entire time.
Look at these messages. Turtleboy saying, but she didn't know he was in the cold. What? He was hit outside in the wintertime. Because he wasn't, according to the defense. The defense is making Jen McCabe's case for her. Huh? All calls were deleted. Some were recovered. That's why we motioned last week. We believe there were, at a minimum, deleted text. Here's proof they were communicating. I'm going to text you from my other phone. What?
These messages reveal that not only has Karen been feeding one-sided information to Aiden to use him as a mouthpiece, but was also encouraging him to harass and defame members of the victim's family in violation of the no contact order against her.
Wow.
With Aiden essentially halted from discussing the case as he instead battles for the right to continue to contact the named victims in his case, a power vacuum has been created, inviting more nefarious personalities to struggle to seat themselves at the head of the lucrative Free Karen Reed movement.
Yeah, lots of money to be made in it. Lots of money. It don't matter. It don't matter. I'm digging his murk he's wearing.
Why you harassing him?
I'm not harassing anybody. You're harassing me. I went in.
Me.
I'm not harassing.
Phone in my face.
I don't have the phone in your face.
Oh, it must be with you.
Yeah, he is with me.
Jim Ferris is rude. There he is. Look at him. Keep yelling out women. Keep yelling out women. How tough are you? How tough? What's up? What's up?
Wait, you want to talk?
I want to talk. Why do you yell at women? Why are you messing with them?
Take pictures.
I'm not taking pictures. I'm taking a video. So yell at me. Yell at me.
Go ahead, big man. You're a big man.
Wow.
So are you going to call the Canton police, are you? Are you calling the cops? There you go. Call Canton police because they're as crooked as you are.
Individuals like Nick and Jenna Rocco and Stephen Coate have taken up the task of continuing the criminal behavior in Aiden's stead. But we'll have to get into them in more detail in a later video. To date, at least 2 other individuals have been criminally charged in connection with their continuation of Aiden's campaign of harassment and intimidation. And we will probably see more before this is all said and done. And Aiden is experiencing personal problems that are spilling out across his social media and blogging, tearing his following apart at the seams and causing him to lash out at his supporters.
I don't want you reading the blog. Fuck off, Aubrey. Fuck off. Fuck you. It's all just about, personal life, whatever. Like, I got news for you guys. Nobody cares. Like, you guys have been trying. You guys got to try something else.
He was recently exposed as being back up to his old tricks, using his blog following like a sex cult to prey upon vulnerable and trusting women, carrying on affairs with at least 5 different women. This has created extreme personal strife for Aiden, leading him to threaten these women into silence using sex videos. He forces them to film with him as blackmail for their silence.
Wow.
And a TikTok video showing one of Karen's many stories about the night she killed John O'Keefe went viral, with thousands of comments from users expressing skepticism of her story and echoing the belief that she is in fact guilty.
Later, Karen and John were invited to the home of a fellow Boston cop. Neither knew him well. What happened next is disputed. Karen says they pulled up to the house and she waited in her SUV while John went to check things out. She says she watched him go to the door, put his head inside, then nothing.
I texted him, I called him, and within minutes of him exiting my car is not answering his phone. Minutes. So
what happens next?
I left.
They are right to be skeptical. Messages between Aiden and Karen reveal she floated an entirely different story, that perhaps she clipped John O'Keefe as he was running behind her car, trying to catch a ride home.
Wow.
But this isn't even the end of the bad news for Karen, Aiden, and their loyal supporters. On the day that he was arrested, the state police executed a lengthy search warrant on Aiden's devices that allowed them access to his 6 cell phones, 2 computers, an SD card, and USB flash drive. Aiden is demanding that an independent investigator from the Taint team go through his electronics instead of the state police. But inevitably, the police will have access to what's on there regardless. This is a fact that makes Aiden extremely...
Wow. Hey, Genty. Yeah, this... I'm sorry, but I don't believe that all this was done to set her up. There for the longest time, I thought my opinion was they overcharged her. But I don't know. The more I'm reading these messages and stuff,
nervous.
They will stop temporarily, and we will figure out if a Taint team will go. Fucking Taint team. Nobody should go through my freaking messages. Nobody. But they certainly just shouldn't get your messages and be like, we get to look at everything on here, all your messages, and see what we find. It's called a fishing expedition. But anyway, they already downloaded everything. Yeah.
what do all these women see in him? What are these women seeing? These little scrawny... Never mind.
It's still to be seen exactly what will be found on Aiden's devices, outside of his communications with Karen and her attorneys. Judging from his reaction, however, it is entirely possible that this arrest has opened a Pandora's box for Aiden, one that no matter how he struggles, he cannot close. Adding to his troubles, Aiden cannot abide by the terms of his release. He has been consistently urging his supporters to subvert the orders in a way he believes is clever, but is entirely transparent to any reasonable person.
I were to die tomorrow, this movement would continue. I don't know about that now, because I haven't seen any protests since I got these orders. I haven't seen a single fucking protest in front of DD, nothing like that. I'm just saying. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying. It's like they got what they wanted in that regard. So maybe there was something to that. I'm just saying. Like, and I hate when people put words in my mouth and they post things on the group like, oh, we shouldn't protest in front of D&E Pizza. We don't go to their house. That's gonna hurt Turtleboy. I never fucking said that. I'm not telling you to do it, but read between the fucking lines for crying out loud. Like I would.
And his followers are hearing his instructions, loud and clear, continuing to harass his victims with Aiden's mob intimidation tactics.
Just to let you guys know, 68, section 13A, if anyone wants to read it.
Oh, we already know about it.
Okay. Well, you're in violation of it.
How are we in violation of it?
Directly across the street is a witness to a criminal crime. So, directly across the street is a witness to the criminal.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But
I want to take a look at
you want
that.
to read that? Yeah, you can't be within eye shot.
Yeah, Jen.
We're not doing any of that.
Peacefully protesting.
This line of defense did not work for Charlie Manson, and probably will not work for Aiden either. One judge has already pushed back and expressed skepticism toward his attempted justifications.
So your view is that a journalist can bring a dozen other cars, honking horns in front of a witness's house and calling out to the neighbors to call on their neighbor to do the right thing.
Well, it's not.
All right, Scorpio Sting. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, this is just about over, and then I think I'm going to end it too.
Not something that plays well in polite society. I wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it.
Is that's what you say is journalism? That's covered by the journalistic privilege. That is to say, it's covered by the First Amendment.
Covered by the First Amendment. You're absolutely in Article 16.
Even if the other dozen cars or however many cars go out are not.
I'm sorry, are
not journalists.
Not journalists. Well, Judge, that involves another issue that's a difficult issue, but should really come out on Mr. Carney's side, where how much control does he have over his people that follow him and want to cheer him on? You know, who can control a mob?
Of course he can, because if he didn't tell them where he was and wouldn't meet up with them, they wouldn't be able to follow him. They're all in a row. They're all right there. Stop. This is ridiculous.
According to the papers, there was a meeting place.
Yeah,
and no one knew where they were going in advance.
But these
and then this defendant, I'm reading between the lines now. I don't think the papers are explicit, but they suggest that this defendant then directed them to the various locations that they were going to drive by.
Sure.
As quickly as it grew, the Free Karen movement is even more rapidly falling apart. With additional criminal defendants, and quite possibly more to come, secrets being revealed, and lies becoming exposed, the toxic cesspool that once cultivated and nourished her defense has now poisoned it from its roots. This saga will undoubtedly continue, as both Aiden Kearney and Karen Reed appear to be their own worst enemies. But for the time being, I am sure John O'Keefe is looking down on all of you with a smile on his face.
Wow. Wow. I think he might be in a little bit of trouble. I've got videos of him. Oh my God. Just harassing this Jen McCabe and the Proctors. I mean, everybody. He goes to their homes, their businesses, the school events. He don't care. And I've got the hearing where he was arraigned. And there's been other arrests. From what I understand, there's been other arrests, and there may be even more arrests coming. And he needs to be worried about what they're going to find in his phones. But, I mean, you didn't help her. At this point now, it just makes her look even guiltier. The people that thought maybe she was overcharged, you know, that it really was just an accident, are now second guessing that because of all this crap. Because if that was the case, why spin all this? Why accuse a whole state of wanting to, of setting really a nobody up for a murmur? It just doesn't make sense. But there's other questions with people involved too. I have questions. That's why I cannot wait for this trial, because we don't have, the state's not going to put out all their evidence, and the defense damn sure isn't going to put out anything that could, they're going to put out exactly what they're doing, how they're spinning it and twisting it and making it up. I can't wait for this trial to start. I don't know. I thought it was scheduled for March, but I could be wrong. Could have been changed. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in this case because of everything with this turtle boy. I mean, come on, a grown man being called turtle boy? No. But I'll be surprised if he doesn't get jail time, because he's looking at some felonies, and you can only plead so much down. I mean, he's done a lot. So I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, but I wouldn't act like that. So I would not harass people like that. I think that hippie for him, I think that's a Google shirt, not his. I've seen that before. Where did I see that? I don't remember, but I have seen it before. But yeah, I knew I wouldn't get a lot of people in here tonight because of talking about him, but that's all right. I still wanted to do it. And I just wanted to read that thing, since Beta and EKC like to go through everybody's comments. Figured the one she's really trying to hide and then hide the video, it needed to be read. But guys, I'll probably come back. I have something planned that I want to do, but it's going to take a little bit. I'll probably do one tomorrow. Yeah. But it's just been a long day. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. And I will see you on the YouTube streets. Changing between videos. He had so many homemade sweatshirts. Oh, yeah, I didn't pay attention to that. He might have. I just don't get why. How can 5 women want him or fight him? I mean, what is with the dolly looking kind of guys? I don't know. But he's in some hot water now. And do I believe that he blackmailed them women? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hands down. Hands down, he'd do that. I don't think there's not much he wouldn't do. And that's just not how you do it. That's just not how you do it. Let's just hope him and Betty never team up. Dear Lord, if that happens. Oh, that's a nightmare. That'd be worse than Elm Street. But all right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll probably do one sometime tomorrow. Thanks. I'll see you on the YouTube streets. I think I have some Betty stuff for tomorrow and a couple other little interesting things. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.